The origin of the Yakuza and meaning of their tattoos. The Yakuza, they are known as Gakudo, the Japan's most notorious organized crime syndicate, with a long and complex history that spans centuries. The word Yakuza comes from a traditional Japanese card game called Oichokabu, which is similar to blackjack. The goal of the game is to draw 3 cards that add up to a score of 9. If the sum of the cards exceeds 10, the second digit is used as the score instead. If the sum is exactly 10, the score is 0. The worst possible hand in the game is 893, which in Japanese is pronounced as Yakusa. This hand is also called Yakuza, meaning worthless or useless. They are known for their strict codes of conduct, their elaborate tattoos, and their involvement in various illegal and legitimate businesses. They are also feared and respected by the Japanese society, as well as by other criminal groups around the world. The origin of the Yakuza is difficult to determine, but they are thought to have descended from 2 groups of outcasts in feudal Japan, the Takiya and the Bakuto. The Takiya were peddlers who sold goods at festivals and markets, often of dubious quality or legality. The Bakuto were gamblers who played games of chance, such as dice or cards. Both groups lived on the margins of society, and formed their own clans and codes of honor. They also faced discrimination and persecution from the authorities and the mainstream culture. They also developed a complex hierarchy and a strict code of conduct based on loyalty, honor, duty, and obedience. They respected their elders and leaders, who were called Oyabun or Kumicho. They followed their orders without question or hesitation. They also respected their brothers and sisters, who were called Koban or Kyodai. They supported them in times of need or trouble. They also respected their enemies, who were called Teki or Shati. They fought them with honor and skill. The punishment for making a mistake in the Yakuza depends on the severity of the offense and the code of conduct of the clan. However, one of the most common and traditional forms of punishment is yubitsum, which means finger shortening. The Yakuza also distinguished themselves by their tattoos, which covered their bodies from the shoulders to the legs, with intricate designs of dragons, tigers, flowers, and other symbols from the Suikoden, a tale of heroic outlaws who fought against tyranny. The tattoos were made by skilled artists who used Nara ink and sharp needles to carve the images into their flesh. The style and technique of Yakuza tattoos are traditionally done by hand using a method called tebari, which involves inserting ink into the skin with a bamboo stick or a metal needle. This method is more painful and time-consuming than using a tattoo machine, but it also creates more depth and texture in the tattoo. The process was painful and long, but the Yakuza endured it with pride and courage. They believed that the more pain they suffered, the more committed they were to their group and their cause. They also believed that the tattoos gave them protection and power, as each image had a meaning and a personality. The tattoos were also their secret, hidden from the public eye by their clothes. They knew that if they exposed them, they would face discrimination and persecution. The tattoos were illegal, and anyone who had them was considered a criminal. The only people who saw their tattoos were their fellow Yakuza, and sometimes their lovers or enemies. They showed them as a sign of respect, trust, or challenge. They also showed them as a form of art, beauty, and expression. The truth about Yakuza tattoo. The Yakuza tattoos are a form of traditional Japanese tattooing, called irizumi, which means inserting ink. The Yakuza tattoos have various meanings and symbols, depending on the images and colors used. Some of the most common motifs and images featured in Yakuza tattoos are dragons. Dragons are viewed differently in Japan than in the West. The Japanese see dragons as benefactors and protectors of mankind. Dragon tattoos symbolize bravery, wisdom, and strength. Black dragons are associated with experience and wisdom. Green dragons are associated with nature, and gold dragons represent value and a variety of virtues. Blue dragons are gentle, forgiving, and benevolent, while yellow dragons are noble companions. Koi fish. Koi fish are a common Yakuza tattoo that generally relate to good luck and fortune. In Japanese folklore, it's said koi can climb waterfalls, working against a heavy current. Thus, koi represent perseverance, and are often used to indicate that a person has made it through tough times. All of this applies to black koi. Red koi and tattoos represent love of some kind, typically strong, masculine love, such as the fraternal bonds of Yakuza membership. Blue koi are symbols of reproduction, and considered very masculine. Phoenix, a phoenix tattoo is often linked to birth, death, and rebirth. The Japanese phoenix, called Hoʻoyu, is a mythical creature of fire, justice, and power. It was also done to renovate homes, and people who lived there are thought to be honest and loyal. Snake, a snake tattoo in Japan has several connotations. First, it is a symbol of renewable strength and health. Second, snakes are linked with knowledge, divination, and powers of the cosmos in Japanese legends. Third, they also symbolize the spiritual characteristics of the female and can symbolically avoid disease and misfortune. Cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are a symbol of life's transience and beauty in Japan. They bloom for a short time in spring and then fall off the trees. Cherry blossom tattoos represent the acceptance of fate and the fragility of life. Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is a flower that is associated with royalty and nobility in Japan. It is also a symbol of longevity and rejuvenation. Chrysanthemum tattoos represent loyalty and devotion to one's leader or group. The Yakuza tattoos also indicate the rank and status of the wearer within the organization. The more tattoos a person has, the higher their rank and respect among their peers. The full-body suit tattoo, in particular, is a product of Yakuza culture. It covers the entire body from the neck to the ankles, leaving only a small strip of skin on the chest uninked. This is done to allow the wearer to conceal their tattoos under normal clothing when necessary. The full-body suit tattoo is considered a rite of passage for the Yakuza members who have proven their loyalty and commitment to their group. Tattoos are a form of self-expression and art that can have different meanings for different people. Some people choose to get tattoos that reflect their personality, beliefs, values, or experiences. Others may get tattoos that are simply beautiful, fun, or meaningful to them. I remember that Johnny Depp once says, "My body is my journal. And my tattoos are my story." Hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe in my Hios Inc. page for some video like this.